The Union Carbide Corporation traces a significant part of its early history to the Kanawha Valley of West Virginia. Here, large reserves of high-grade natural gas and coal, salt, convenient rail and water transportation, and a location central to the large chemical markets of the East set the stage for the development of the early petrochemical industry. Let's begin by examining the formation of the Union Carbide Chemicals Company. In 1914, Dr. George Kerm and fellow workers develop a process to produce acetylene and ethylene. These are two major building blocks for the synthesis of organic chemicals. This pioneering research is being conducted at the Mellon Institute of Industrial Research in Pittsburgh, under fellowships from the Prestolite Company and Union Carbide Company. Both had a common interest: more cost-effective acetylene production for use in lighting and welding. Meanwhile, Linde Air Products, specializing in gas separations, is also sponsoring a fellowship at Mellon. It wants to find ways to use air to produce oxygen for the welding industry. Soon after Dr. Kerm's discovery of a process to produce organic chemicals from natural gas, these three companies recognized the enormous commercial potential of this breakthrough. On November 1st, 1917, the Union Carbide and Carbon Corporation is formed through the consolidation of 5 different groups: Union Carbide, Prestolite, Linde Air Products, National Carbon, and the electrometallurgical companies. This merger brings together the technology from each in what will grow to become one of the largest multinational chemical companies of the world. World War I is in progress, and this new company not only helps meet the wartime needs, but delivers products before the promised date, surpassing customers' expectations. Just a few years later, a survey of the United States shows a large amount of high-purity natural gas in West Virginia. This is an important raw material for Dr. Kerm's process to make chemicals. Early in 1920, a small natural gasoline plant is purchased from the Clendenin Gasoline Company. Along the Elk River, just 20 miles north of Charleston, Clendenin becomes the site of the first petrochemical plant. At the plant, chemical feedstocks called gas concentrates are separated from natural gas using the Linde process. In 1922, the first railroad tank car of product shipped from Clendenin was liquid propane for use in home heating and cooking, and was sold under the commercial name Pyrofax. The first synthetic chemical product sold on a large scale is Cellosolv solvent, widely used in lacquers. Another major product from the Clendenin plant is ethylene glycol, extensively used by the explosives industry and later marketed as the well-known automobile antifreeze Prestone. Engineers and chemists at Clendenin play a key role in developing the technology which becomes the standard unit operations of the chemical industry. One engineer says, "Kerm invents messes, and we fractionate them into good solvents." Little attention is paid to developing specific products to meet the customer's needs. At this time, there is little customer focus. If a new material is produced, it's simply sent to a potential customer to see if it has any commercial value. 1924 marks the beginning of a quality approach. Manager of Chemical Sales, Dr. J.G. Davidson, is the first chemist salesperson in the industry, a prototype for today's technical representative. Davidson recognizes 2 major problems the industry faces: creating markets for the hundreds of new chemicals being developed in the laboratories, and helping customers with their technical problems. He solved both by training chemists and engineers to be salespersons who could recognize potential markets and teach customers to use products correctly. This revolutionized the chemical industry's sales methods. The 10-year period beginning in 1925 brings continued expansion at Union Carbide facilities. By now, the company has outgrown the capacity at Clendenin. An abandoned 8-acre Rollin Chemical Company plant is bought in South Charleston to expand production capabilities. The properties surrounding the South Charleston plant, including Blaine Island, which is little more than a cornfield, are later purchased. This increases the total plant area to 160 acres. By the end of 1925, the South Charleston No. 1 olefins plant successfully starts up, producing about 10 million pounds of ethylene a year. Later, a small research and development facility is built at the plant to meet the ever-increasing needs of a growing industry. Even though the country is in the midst of the Great Depression, The world's first successful commercial plant to make synthetic ethanol starts up at South Charleston. Later in the decade, the nation begins to rebound economically, and Union Carbide makes two significant advances: the development of a catalytic process for producing ethylene oxide, and the development of a commercial polyvinyl chloride process. This further expands Union Carbide's role as the world's major supplier of large volume industrial chemicals. During this decade, the United States is at war, and Union Carbide consolidates its chemicals and plastics operations. Again, the company is called to meet the demands of wartime. The government responds to the shortage of natural rubber by building 3 plants to produce synthetic Buna S rubber from olefins. One of those plants is located at Institute, and the government selects Union Carbide to operate it. Less than a year after construction of the Institute plant began, the first butadiene and styrene are produced. This amazing task of building a major chemical plant is completed in an unprecedented 12 months, a testimony to Union Carbide's commitment to meet customers' requirements. After the war, the government sells the plant to Union Carbide, and the company begins modifying operating units and building new ones to produce industrial and commodity chemicals. In the mid-1940s, Dr. Kerm launches a major research and development program to use coal as a raw material for producing new and existing organic chemicals. A large-scale coal hydrogenation pilot plant is built at Institute, but this effort is abandoned in 1962 because of the availability of low-cost gas and oil and a lack of markets for the many products produced. By the end of the 1940s, work begins on one of the world's most modern chemical research centers. The South Charleston Technical Center is further expanded through the 1950s as company-wide engineering and development activities are added. Union Carbide is now truly a giant multinational company. Manufacturing at the South Charleston plant is shifting toward the development of specialty chemicals. Some obsolete units are phased out and replaced with smaller units, producing highly specialized and developmental chemicals to meet customers' particular and demanding requirements.
Now, another shipment of chemicals from Union Carbide is ready to roll.
The dawn of the computer age finds Union Carbide meeting the challenge by building a large computer facility at the Technical Center. Building 6000 houses mainframe computers to handle the management of information for company operations worldwide. The pioneering spirit of Dr. Kerm continues throughout the company. In the late 1970s, Union Carbide receives international acclaim for its low-pressure oxo technology to make oxygenated solvents and its Unipol process for making polyethylene. At the same time, the company is maintaining its position at the forefront of catalyst development technology and ethylene oxide production. The company undergoes a reorganization during the 1980s. Its successful consumer products company is sold. No longer are Prestone antifreeze, ever-ready batteries, and Glad trash bags Union Carbide products. The agricultural chemicals company, which produced Sevin and Larvin insecticides, is sold to a French company, Rhone Poulenc. This brings about a unique arrangement for the Institute plant, where Union Carbide shares certain facilities with Rhone Poulenc. As the decade closes, Union Carbide Chemicals and Plastics reaffirms its commitment to meeting the customer's needs by adopting a quality process at all levels. Excellence through quality, or EQ, means continuous improvement to meet customers' expectations. Union Carbide's customers are recognizing the company's commitment to quality in its products and services. Companies such as IBM, Burroughs, Morton Thiokol, and Gillette have presented Union Carbide with awards recognizing its advances and achievements in supplier excellence and quality performance. Innovation continues to play a key role at Union Carbide, and the Technical Center is at the forefront in developing new products and technologies. Union Carbide has won 19 Kirkpatrick Awards for its new technologies, more than any other chemical company. Union Carbide researchers can claim 46 R&D 100 awards, including recent recognition for the development of low-pressure oxo catalysts. These awards are presented by Research and Development Journal for the 100 most significant products introduced each year. Union Carbide continues to meet the increased demands of a diverse world market by seeking new technologies and people focused on quality, who will continue to build together the Union Carbide of tomorrow.